Welcome to this week's edition of our Kids Online Cooking Club. My name is Krista. I'm the program coordinator here at the Priest River and Blanchard Libraries in Bonner County. And I promised some coworkers of mine last week when I did the video for this week that I would wear the birthday crown because I'm filming this on my birthday. So for my birthday feast for lunch, actually a snack, late afternoon or mid-afternoon snack, we're going to be making pigs in a blanket, but they're cheesy and they've got Parmesan cheese and a little bit of butter and ranch on them. So we're going to get started doing that. I'm going to adjust the camera, and while I'm doing that, if you haven't already washed your hands and you want to follow along with us, go do that while I'm changing the view here. So I'm doing lots of things with my hands today, apparently. So the ingredients we're going to be using hot dogs instead of little smokies. I'm just going to cut them in half because it's what I had on hand. It's one of the things we like to do on these videos is use what you have at home to make a substitute for something. So remember, this is a video for kids of all ages, from small through super senior. So go wash your hands and join me when you get back. Okay, so what we're starting with is we have a package of hot dogs. I'm using all beef hot dogs. We're going to take those and I'm going to cut them in half. Now this is like I do a lot of times, most of the time actually. This is the first time I've made this recipe. This is something a lot of people have made before and that kind of thing, but I like the sound of this one because it's got cheese in it, and that's my favorite thing in the world. And so we're using hot dogs and crescent roll dough, which we are going to take. With the crescent roll dough, you're going to roll it out a little bit. It comes apart in triangles like this. We're not going to use the whole triangle. We're going to use parts of the triangle. So if you can see this, here's one triangle and here's another one. We're going to cut those in half. Just so that, because we're just wrapping half of a hot dog, so we're going to do it like this, like that, and then we're going to have, I'm going to run out of room here, a piece of cheese for each one. So we'll do it like that and that. And then we're going to, alongside, we're going to roll them up. So it's going to look like that. And we'll put them on our sheet, our baking sheet here. And we're going to be cooking them at 400 degrees in our very fancy toaster oven that you guys who are familiar with our videos probably are familiar with by now. And we'll see how these turn out. Now, once I get done rolling some of these, we are going to brush them with some melted butter, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and mixed with 2 teaspoons of dry ranch dressing. And we're going to brush it with that and then sprinkle some Parmesan on it. So not only do we have the cheese on the inside, but we've got a little Parmesan on the top. Kind of makes these just a little fancier. If you wanted to do these with whole hot dogs, you certainly could leave the triangles whole and do a whole one. Or if you wanted to do it with little smokies, you could do that with little smokies. That's kind of what this calls for, but I just thought hot dogs sounded like a good idea because that's what I had on hand. So I'm doing just these here. Whoops, I didn't cut that. I was thinking that looked funny. I forgot to cut this triangle. It was a big one. So let me get this cut here. I got talking about and thinking about big ones, big pigs in a blanket instead of cut up ones, and that's where my hands followed my brain there. So we're going to do this. This is our last one for this batch. And then I'm going to put some, I'm going to take this, and I've stirred this up. This is melted butter and some dry ranch seasoning. It's just a dressing, and I'm just going to put a little bit on top. It just makes it a little fancier than normal. If you just made these like regular, they would just be, you know, wrapped in crescent roll dough, and sometimes with cheese, sometimes not. We're going to do this, and then, oops, forgot to grab this off camera. Off camera there. Okay, we're sprinkling them with Parmesan cheese. They look pretty good. Okay, there they are. They're ready to go in the oven. We're on 400 degrees. They're supposed to cook for about 14 minutes, but as you guys know, this toaster oven runs pretty hot, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on it, and then when it's ready, I'll come back and show you what came out. Stick with us. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so it's time to check on them. They've been in actually about 10 minutes. So look at that. Wow. Those look great. Okay, we got our cheesy ranch pigs in a blanket out of the toaster oven, and putting them on a serving plate as we speak. These look great, and they look a little jazzier than normal pigs in a blanket. Some of them are sticking just a little bit, but not too bad. If I get them off a little bit differently. There we go. But they are great. So you could do these for a snack. You could do these for lunch. You could do them, you know, serve them with a salad or soup for dinner. So there you go. Fancy, right? Anyway, hope you guys have a great week. Speaking of weeks, we will be closed here at the Priest River branch, at the Priest River Library. We will be closed here starting next Monday, the 11th, until the 25th, so that we can prepare to move into the newer part of the building so they can finish the construction on this site. So for those of you who are watching this, just know that we are doing curbside pickup during that time from 10 to 3 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturday. So if you have anything that you've ordered, place, and we will be doing courier. So those things will still be in place. The building itself will just be closed to the public. So there you go. Nice and fancy. Good birthday snack for me. So hope you have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.